Don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their clothes or their effort on the floor. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know that the Rockets begin and end with the offensive wizardry of James Harden, the league's MVP in 2018. Now, some people have said they don't like watching that style, with one player dominating the basketball. But, Kevin, James Harden is that good, that talented, that efficient, and that successful. And playing through him may be the best way for the Rockets to be successful as well.
It's tough to stop. You're right, D.A. Thank you. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Favors is out there with Williams. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Fantastic backcourts facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. So I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
Now here is Holiday. Now here's Williams. Fires from the line, and there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Williams.
Redick is just a thorough scorer. He looks calm and collected, rising up from any place on the court.
Westbrook finds Harden. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Redick. Tucker, the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Redick, and Westbrook gets it to go.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Holiday looking for an opening. Shoots over Tucker. That shot off. And is Houston the other way. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Harden trying to get open. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
That's good from Tucker. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Westbrook. They D that time from Redick.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
It's Ingram on the wing, guarded by Harden. There's the pass to Holiday. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Westbrook passes to Tucker. He kicks it to House. From deep 3-point range, that one doesn't drop. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Holiday finds Redick. Got that bucket in no time at all.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Back back to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. Westbrook passes to Tucker. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Westbrook does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Pass to Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Favors. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Have to be careful when Favors shows you his shooting form. He is very effective at drawing contact with his pump fake.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Ties it up.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Here is Harden.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Lets the 3 fly. Pelicans keep it alive. Here's Favors. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Now here's Capella. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harden's shot is good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Holiday against Westbrook. Ingram passes to Favors. The Rockets pull it in. Here is House. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, the reason why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
Substitution here. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Cephalosha comes in for Daniel House. And McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Ball subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Hayes. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Cephalosha against Moore. gets it to go in on the assist from Cephalosha.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
To the middle, here's Hayes, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Capella. No points in the game yet for him. Offensive rebound, Chandler, and he comes up with the deuce.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Here's Ball, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
That's good from Ball.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Okafor is checked in for New Orleans.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Rivers finds Cephalosha. No good from outside. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Hart, that's good.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Rivers bounce pass. The three from Cephalosha. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Pelicans lead by one. We got more in store for you right after this. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window. It goes by extremely fast. I cherish these moments. You know, I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. We've got Hayes, all out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Hart in at the three spot. Here's Okafor after Austin Rivers scored. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Cephalosha against Jackson. Okafor. And another shot. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. And McLemore kicks to Cephalosha. That 3 off the mark. Pelicans trailed by 3. Down low. And Hayes throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Rivers passes to Chandler. Uncovered. And there's McLemore on the assist by Chandler. McLemore's got his first basket of the night. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Lets it go with the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer, just excels at getting his guys going.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. At the defensive end, who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kevin Kyle Lowry's one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, P.J. Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell it.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but Tucker's, he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chandler. Manuel House comes in for Clint Capella. James Harden, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. The Pelicans also changing it up. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ball.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Jackson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Holiday. Westbrook pulls it in.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Against Westbrook. 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Here is House. Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for two.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area. Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots can be really impossible to guard.
Now here's Ingram. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Holiday.
So often Drew creates with the ball in his hands. This time the play is created for him.
Harden surveying the D. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points.
That's
so
good.
One free throw coming up.
That's good.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And so here is Houston. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. House kicks to Westbrook. Over Holiday, and Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by House. House has got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 9. 1:35 left in the first half of basketball. Over to the wing, all alone. He squares up and sinks it.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Westbrook dishes to House. Knocked loose. Holiday with it. Westbrook picks him up. Redick with the bucket.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Ben McLemore. Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. Sefolosha's shot is good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 6. And that one is good. Redick's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Here's Westbrook. It's good.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Redick. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Drew Holiday.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Tucker. House. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
19 seconds left now here in the second. Moore with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Favors. Goes up on the wing. The shot. No good.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets on top. They're up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 2 assists. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self. Kenny, what do you think about the Rockets?
As we've seen, the deceiving quickness of Harden makes him so difficult to guard. He can go from slow to fast in an instant. Can stop on a dime, or he can take you all the way to the rack.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the look they wanted. Playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half. They may wear the other side out.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes to Williams. Outside Favors. Redick passes to Williams. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 5 to shoot. Ingram wide open. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Williams. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Rockets leading by 9 to the wing right side. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Houston making a switch. Rivers checked in. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Harden outside. Lets it fly. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 6 points for Austin Rivers.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Favors finds Ingram. Favors passes to Williams. Tries again, and Capella sends it back. And the turnover again by Houston.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
For the Rockets, Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker, and McLemore subbed in for Daniel House. And then for New Orleans, Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williams, and it's Frank Jackson in for J.J. Redick. And Holiday kicks to Jackson. And the shot is long.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Chandler dishes to Rivers. Pulls it up. Chandler, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Count that one. Capella's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Harden the pass to Chandler. Back to Harden. From deep. They get the rebound. Second chance effort. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's 2 things they rely on him for. Being competitive and bringing energy.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Cephalosha is checked in for the Rockets. Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. All comes in for Drew Holiday. Pelicans trailed by 11. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First one falls for him. The Pelicans making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Cephalosha hits both of them. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. Okafor trying to get open. The teardrop falls in. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
I just love watching how he handles the rock. I mean, an ability to get to wherever he wants on the floor.
And the pass to Chandler. Capella trying to free himself up. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Moore passes to Hart. And here is Okafor by Cephalosha. Here's Moore back to Okafor. And that one drops for him.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Now here's Rivers. He has 6. The dish now to Capella. Beyond the arc. And Rivers with the basket on the assist from Capella. Rivers has got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. It's stolen by McLemore. Pass to Capella. And he gets the bucket. Capella's got 8 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 5, and that's a foul. It's called on Cephalosha. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chandler. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Rivers. New Orleans making a switch here. Houston on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Mello. From deep three-point range. Rockets with the rebound. Passes it to Cephalosha. Here's Tucker. Again, the Rockets score.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Lonzo Ball out there with Hart. Then it's Williams. Then there's Favors. And it's Melly in at power forward. He gets that one.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
He gets it in there. And the Rockets lead by 18.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Favors at the elbow. Basket good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Rockets leading by 16. Here's Westbrook. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Here's Hart. Hope they get it back. It's good. 10 points for Derek Favors.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Rockets shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Over Hart. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 6 points for Ben McLemore. Pelicans trail by 18. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. James Harden comes in for McLemore. Here's Holiday from 13 feet. It goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Inside, and stolen by Favors. Here's Redick, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so here is Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. Westbrook up top, guarded by Holiday. House dishes to Westbrook. He feeds it to Tucker. Shot from 6. Capella, the pass to Tucker. We shoot again. And it's Capella missing. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 14. The kick out to Holiday. Here's the teardrop. James Harden with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and that one's on target from the wing. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter. Pelicans trail by 16. Here's Holiday. That's tipped.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Capella kicks it to Tucker. Shoots. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ingram with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Clint Capella.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. So it's the Pelicans now. It's a 16-point game. Here's Ingram. Yep, it counts.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
Redick against Harden. Another shot, Tucker, and he makes good on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 16.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
The pass to Redick. It's rebounded by Houston. The Bellas got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And Westbrook, here we go. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders. And on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Russell Westbrook.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer. That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Frazier left side. Kicks to Cephalosha. Launches it. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Jackson passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Okafor. Frazier covering. And the dunk by Jackson.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Hartenstein passes to Clemens. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
At the line, here go Rockets. Clemens. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 18. Alexander Walker passes to Okafor. And the shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Clemens. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Hayes. Here's Jackson. Again, the Pelicans score. 9 seconds left in the game. Dishes it to Frazier. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.